What is going on, beautiful people? And I do not know how to start this. I have to show you this immediately. We literally were going to get on and talk about Dion Dawkins anyways, as you can see by the thumbnail. But let me bring you up to this. This cannot be real. Dion Dawkins, breaking news, literally. I don't know if this is real or not, but this I'm freaking out. I just posted this on Next because here's what Dion Dawkins literally tweeted 20 minutes ago. Is this real? This cannot be real. You cannot tell me this is real. I don't know. I'm freaking out. This is what he said. This is Dion Dawkins' account, as you can see here. 150,000 followers. This is him. Blue check mark. This is him. I follow him. Everybody follows him. I don't know what to say. Can this be real? There's no freaking way. This is what Dion Dawkins is saying. I know. Literally, this is what we were going to talk about all day today, the Dion Dawkins thing, because there's not too much going on other than that. Is this real? This is 20 minutes ago. Dion Dawkins' own page. I pulled this up because of the fact that I saw like a Facebook notification. I don't really do Facebook too much, but I saw a Facebook notification from Dion Dawkins. I said, no, that can't be it. I don't see anything else, though, folks. I don't see anything else. This is 20 minutes ago. I saw some fake nonsense from a. Bear with me. I'm literally not. I don't know what to say, folks. I don't know what to say. Oh my God, Spidey. Okay, Spidey. Spidey. I completely forgot, my brother. Dion Dawkins. Dion Dawkins, why'd you do this to me, Dion? Was this whole thing a farce? Was the whole thing a joke because he knew what he was going to do? Is that what happened? I'm literally just about to have a heart attack. I literally, Spidey, thank you, sir, because I almost fell out of my chair. So this whole thing was a joke. This whole thing was a joke. This is what we're going to talk about today. This is literally what we're going to talk about today. I had no idea how to even start the conversation because as I was hitting go live, oh my God. Okay. All right. Okay. Fair enough. This this better be April Fool's. I forgot. I literally totally completely forgot that it was April 1st. Oh my word. Okay, well, Spidey and No Bones, good morning. And anybody else who Dexy, how are you? I'm going to get into the rest of your guys' comments, of course, here shortly, but oh my gosh, I literally, if you didn't say this, Spidey and No Bones, I literally would have. I had no idea. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even know what to say. Turn this thing on, and I was like, boys and girls, I'm sorry. I was literally going to talk about how Dion Dawkins. I was speaking with my wife about this earlier. We were talking about this because she saw it too, of course. And I don't even want to tell my kids about what happened yesterday because they'd have been really freaking pissed off. Although Neon's cool, you know, he's a streamer, he's an influencer, he's a cool dude. What does he do? No one fucking knows. Nobody knows what Neon actually does, but he's cool. So, you know, if you have a chance to get on his podcast or his stream or whatever, you got to do it if you're an athlete, which I don't blame him. I don't blame him. And I also don't blame Neon for being, you know, that legit. He's making a shit ton of money doing nothing. I would love that. I would do it immediately if it was an option. But we were talking about the fact that these guys are literally, especially Dion, he's shown many examples of this throughout his career. He's preparing himself also for life after football. Now, with making $25 million a year, do you really need to make money after football? No, you shouldn't have to. But shit can get boring. You want to do something. He's got his racing thing, you know, his drag racing and his, whatever drifting, right? Drifting. Not necessarily about the money, maybe, but you got to have something planned if you want to continue your life. Because if you're done playing football at 35 years old, you got a long life ahead of you. So I totally get it. But going on these shows, I'm not a fan. Let me just start this TikTok thing. I started quicker than I was going to because I saw this and I had to get on here. And he planned it so well, and he's got the breaking news with the Dolphins after asked about, he probably planned the whole gosh forsaken thing. And God bless Dion for literally ruining my day. But that follow-up tweet, all right, Dion, that follow-up tweet better be coming, okay? That's all I'm saying. That follow-up tweet better be coming with April freaking Fools. Because no one else broke the news. And if you can see here on this screen, it doesn't say anything. It doesn't say per ESPN or NFL.com or Adam Schefter, Tom Pelisseri, any of them. Guys, forgive me. I'm probably going to be shaken up this whole day. All right, this whole stream here. Let me just get TikTok going. Bear with me. My word, I got to set this thing up. Holy, my goodness. He got me. Dion. Well played, I guess, brother man. Oh, boy. Well played. All right. Oh, man. Okay, so we got a lot more to talk about. TikTok, welcome. As you can see by that title there, I literally pulled up a tweet. I started the stream earlier than expected because I pulled up a tweet by Dion Dawkins saying, let's get back to it. Snow's out, and he put up a graphic of him saying breaking Dolphins trading for Dion Dawkins. So we're hoping to all that's holy that is a April Fool. Thankfully, to the chat here, thankfully, I was reminded that today is April 1st, and that absolutely could and should and better be, all right, an April Fool's joke. So I got fooled. I literally got fooled because if you saw me in the beginning, I'm going to have to clip this and put it out because I didn't know what to say. I started the stream with Dion Dawkins is leaving, people, and he just posted it. He's out of here and all this other shit. He's going to Miami. So, again, hopefully it's April Fool's, and I got had. Dion Dawkins crushed me, okay? Dion Dawkins crushed me. But again, we also don't even know if it is true. So let's get into some of this stuff before we continue moving on. Dexy, what's up? Was hoping Dion Dawkins would be a lift with a lifer, but he might be traded next season if he keeps this BS up. Yeah, I don't know. I actually think it's kind of funny if it's real. But my gosh, he might also have sent a few people to the hospital. No, Shannon, I swear to you, I got fooled. I'm not kidding. I literally did not sync up going live on TikTok, and YouTube and X at the same time. Once this is over with, go back and watch YouTube. I'm not kidding. I literally got fooled. I was not trying to fool anybody. I almost fell out of my chair. It's the first thing I had up. Swear to God. I promise you, I was not trying to mess with you guys. I literally was messed with, and I got. Shannon, I swear to you, I literally was falling off my chair, Shannon. I literally almost fell off my chair, but then thankfully, our folks over here are OGs, Spidey and No Bones and Dexy were like, but it's April Fool's. And I was, oh my God, thank the Lord. So, man, all right. Hopefully, Spidey says, hopefully it's a drug. I'm with you. I exactly. I can see the restructure happening the week after him this week. Happening this week after him getting so much attention lately. I wouldn't doubt it either. Think about what happened, and it was not nearly in the same negative connotation, obviously, as Dion Dawkins being on Neon's podcast. But Connor McGovern, that whole thing came out that I want to sign with the Buffalo Bills, but no one's been in touch with my camp. And then 3 days later or 2 days later, he was extended or picked up, signed out of free agency, Connor McGovern. So hopefully the same type of thing happens with Dion, but it wasn't nearly negative like Dion's was. He got a lot of negative attention yesterday. Connor McGovern got zero, but he was signed shortly thereafter because I think he was being very serious about being mad at the fans for wanting to trade him. I don't doubt that at all. I think Dion actually was not so happy with the fan base and the way that he felt he was being treated or what people thought of him. I agree with that. And I'm going to get into what I feel as well here shortly, which was what this whole show was supposed to be about. And then, of course, some other things. But my gosh, Neon is a big troll, always has been since he was a small YouTuber playing Fortnite. Okay, yeah, I don't really know much about him other than he does nothing all day, every day, films it, and makes a shit ton of money. So, I mean, I'm happy for him, but I don't see the infatuation with these guys. I really don't. But hey, it is what it is. It's working for them. God bless them. One of the least cool streamers out there, to be honest. I agree, and I don't like remember what happened to me last time we were talking about Logan Paul. I think he's kind of a clown, and let's see if TikTok crushes me again. But last time I said anything not perfect about Logan Paul, they deemed my stream, I don't know if you guys remember this, they deemed it false or something, and they shut me down for 10 minutes. I don't know. Fucking crazy. How does he squeeze into the drift car? I don't know, bro. Because, all right, listen, for those of you that don't know, you can probably tell a little bit. I'm a big dude. I'm 6'3", right now, about 275, okay? I'm not Dion Dawkins' size. And I don't fit into race cars. I go out to Vegas for automotive meetings at least once a year. And for the past 3 years, we've gone to the Motor Speedway, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And there's I forget the name of the company, but there is a race car like rental. You know, you rent the cars and you do laps, X amount of laps. You get 3, 5, 7 laps, whatever. And you can pick all these cars. The only car that I do the same car every single year. We go with a group, of course, and it's not really my thing. I'm not a car guy, even though I'm in the car business. Well, I know that's weird, but it doesn't really get my juices going. But the only car that I can really fit in, and I do it every year, so I can't bounce and check out all these cool, fast cars, is a Porsche RTS3, if that makes sense, I think is what it is. And I barely get into that thing. Okay? I can barely get in and out. Getting out's even worse. I can barely get into that thing. And I'm a big dude, bigger than most by a lot, but not Dion Dawkins' size. So I don't know how this works. But hey, it works. He's good. All set. My camera froze. Are we good now? All good now. Okay, said it right after. I don't know what happens, man. I got to get into this digital shit. I got to get some better equipment or something because it seems like it keeps on happening the more we do this. Sorry, folks. If it was real, be all over it. You're right. But again, I caught it like immediately almost. And I went live quick 5 minutes sooner than I was going to because I caught it what I thought was so fast. So you saw me reacting live, and it was quite frankly a joke, and now I'm pissed. Well, actually I'm not pissed, but okay. Aaron Quinn, look at this. Aaron Quinn says my tolerance level for April Fools is 0. I am so with you. Here's we'll get into that. Let me star that. But the Bills will be getting an extra 5th round pick in 2027. They can get another pick if Bosa or Epinesa sign for over $4 million. Okay, so compensatory draft picks is what Kevin Masseri is talking about. That's good to know as well. Robbie, baby. Robbie's in the building. What's up, Robbie? How are you? West Texas Mafia, Robbie. I wish you saw me in the beginning of this stream, my friend. I literally almost fell off my damn chair. Okay? I thought Dion Dawkins was leaving us, and I still need to see verification that it was April Fool's, but you're right. No one else is talking about it. And just because I am doesn't mean anything. But Dion Dawkins, as you can see on the screen, did fool me. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I hope I'm not. But if I am, good. Clip it. Make fun of me, please. That's what these guys do, apparently. This Neon dude, he hires people to just clip his videos, in 30 seconds, a minute, or whatever, and resend them from all these different accounts so they can continuously get more views. And he pays people to do it. Like, I mean, I understand. Like, he makes probably a couple $100,000 a month or something, or more. I don't know. But that's insane. So I got all right. I got absolutely destroyed this morning. Dion crushed me. Thought he was out. For those of you on TikTok, I'm going to keep you up to date because you can't see the share screen yet. TikTok still doesn't give me the ability to show you my screen. Freaking crazy. Dion Dawkins posted on X and I guess Facebook or something also, but I saw it and verified it on X that breaking news, snow out. And on the breaking news graphic, it says the Miami Dolphins have traded for Dion Dawkins. So I about shit myself. Okay? I did, actually. I did. And I almost fell out of my chair. And fortunately, a chat had to save my ass and tell me that it is not real. And that, by the way, it's April 1st. So thank the heavens. That's all I'm saying. Thank the heavens. Aiden Greer, how are you? Saints top 15 team? Saints are going to be something to watch out for, in my opinion. And fortunately for them, they're in a horrible division. But the Saints, I think, are going to be better than a lot of people may actually give them credit for. Really good offseason. I like their quarterback. Who knows? Schwab, what's up, Schwab? Mo Dude, 417 Mafia here. What up, Mo Dude? Hey, Schwab, thank you so much for the heart. Thank you. Yeah, Schwab, if you go back, I told Shannon, go back on YouTube because I didn't even get TikTok to be live yet because I saw this and I jumped on quicker than what I thought I was going to do in time-wise. And first thing you'll see is me falling out of my chair like, no, I was about to cry. I was literally about to cry. So, all right, let's keep her moving. Let's keep her moving. Robbie says, what's up, Spidey No Bones? Blessings, brothers. Yes, what up? West Texas just working. Hey, Robbie. Okay. Yeah, this is awesome. You guys are kind of hanging out and getting to know each other, too, in the chat. I love it. Oh, I'm going to give a small update about fantasy football as well here shortly. I know we have some time, but I got a decent amount of emails, so I think we're going to make this happen, boys and girls. Wonder if the guy who reported JA restructure incorrectly reported this too. Yeah, right. What was it? Oh man, I can't remember, but it was something along the lines of Josh Allen restructured deal. His 2026 cap hit is only $8 million or something like that. Right? Right, Spidey? I think it was close to that. It was something so egregious that we were all like, are you shitting me? We can literally take Justin Jefferson and Max Crosby both. Like, this phantom, what everybody wants to do, like Madden offseason, could have actually happened if what he said was the truth. But it was a typo. A typo, right? Where's my finger? Typo. Yeah, sure. Was it a mistake firing McDermott, Togo says. We shall see. I think it's only going to be time. Time will tell. But listen, the bottom line is we kept repeating where we were getting, but it just wasn't getting over the hump. So I do think that at some point you do have to change something. And I love Sean McDermott. I really do. But I'm also super, super excited and thrilled to see what the next set of coaching staff will be able to do for this team. Unfortunately, I really, in every ounce of my being, however, I really do wish that the Buffalo Bills were able to win a Super Bowl with Sean McDermott as a head coach. For sure. Guys entrenched Samantha, not Samantha, not to be confused with Samantha. Samantha says, guys entrenched. That was internet drama clicks. Hey, listen, it worked. It killed me. He absolutely destroyed me. Okay, Samantha. So stop making fun of me. Just stop it. Yeah, the mayor, Dion Dawkins. I know. April Fools. I get it. I didn't get it, though. I swear to you, I did not get it in the beginning. Chat had to tell me. Hamburglar 585, baby. Go Bills. We're in the 607 here. 607, Erica. You should restart your more players for the Buffalo Bills and go get more free agency players and bring dreams to Cook back. Brandon Cooks, Bob Miller, Stephon Diggs. Yeah, baby. Who was it? Was it Joe Brady or Brandon Beane that said that they did reach out to Brandon Cooks' camp? So it appears that is in the works. Well, in the talks, I should say, of potential signings. Busy morning here, folks. I did not mean this is not clickbait. I don't do things like that, but we got over 100 people in here right now between all the platforms. And again, I'm apologizing because I was not trying. I was literally going to talk about Dion Dawkins and what happened yesterday anyway, just so we can recap what, this streamer did with him and what his response was and his thoughts of the fans and things. That was the main topic for today anyway. Then as I was signing on, I saw what he tweeted. So I, by no stretch of the imagination, was trying to get anybody to come in here under false pretenses. That's not who I am. I don't do that. But because of the timing of the whole thing, it may have seemed as if that's what I was trying to do. I don't do that. So my apologies for those of you that have, if you don't believe me, you can ask the people that have been hanging with us for a while, because I seriously, I really don't do that. But I can see how it looks like it. Dexy says the fan base was asking for it by saying let's trade him, so I hope the fans that said that shit themselves today. Right. And I didn't even say that, and I'm shitting myself. So I certainly can see those that were on the bandwagon of getting rid of him. Yeah, I hope he got him. I did. I do. But part of what I was going to talk about today was I truthfully don't feel that the fan base is all that bad towards Dion Dawkins, if I'm being honest. If Keon Coleman were to have done yesterday what Dion Dawkins did, or was it 2 days ago, I would have understood it. Keon Coleman gets absolutely abused anywhere you look, okay? Dion Dawkins does not. So my original reaction to that was trying to think, I'm kind of in this scope of things. Not that I'm very popular, but I pay attention to a lot, and I'm reading and looking and hearing, and we're all talking constantly. I don't hear, see, or smell much about Dion Dawkins. Now, time to time, sure, when he lays an egg like he did against the Atlanta Falcons or the Houston Texans, and it literally looks like he's not trying at all, sure, he's gotten some heat, and he deserves the heat when games like that and performances like that happen. But overall, I do not feel that he's one of the players on the Buffalo Bills that gets really hammered. Do you? Do you guys? I don't think that he's one of those guys. And he makes the second most money of anybody on the football team. So, I mean, you gotta know that you're going to get some criticism at some point, right? At some point, you're going to get some, and you got to be able to deal with that. Now, was he all just seriously outsmarting, playing chess when we're playing checkers? Even with the interview yesterday, setting up this April Fool's joke, I would not put it past him. And if he did, epic. That's all I'm going to say. Freaking epic. What an absolute stud. Killed me. Killed Cold Front. Killed a lot of other people. And if that's what he did, what a great freaking move by him. I'm sorry. I am sorry. So let's keep her moving. I'm going to come over here real quick. Oh, first of all, we got a ton of people in here today, which is awesome. I always forget to do this, and then I think about it, and then I hammer it too much. So follow and subscribe if you would, please. Take the few seconds. Follow me here. Subscribe over here. We're on a move. We're on a mission. Goal is 1,000 by the start of the 2026 NFL football season opening night. However, when we get to 500, we're going to be giving away a Bills jersey here from Cold Front. So help me out. Share this. Like the video. Always comment and hang out with us for sure. If you like what you see on TikTok, it's also the same thing on YouTube. However, I share my screen. It's a little bit more interactive. So follow me or subscribe over there as well. I really appreciate all the love that we've seen thus far. Growing channel. Growing. We're enjoying. So let's get back into that or everything else. Oh, wow. A lot of stuff going on here. The mayor says, I love Brandon Beane because I know him personally. Oh, shoot. But bro should have gotten fired. Okay. So you think you're all right. Yeah, there's a lot to be said there. A lot of ways to take the firing of Sean McDermott and not Brandon Beane, and then Brandon Beane the same time actually getting a promotion. A lot of different ways to dissect that. But if you know him personally, like, is a friend of yours, or how well do you know him, just out of curiosity? Because he seems like he's probably a really good dude. A lot of them do. But I'm curious to, like, does he can't, I'm sure he doesn't, even if he is relatively close, I'm sure he doesn't get into behind the scenes what he's thinking, what's going to happen, what moves he wants to make. If he does, hey, Feed him over here, and then we can break the news. I would never lie. I would never make anything up. If he doesn't want it to be said, I'll adhere to that. Grant him his wishes. I have no problems. I don't want any problems. But if you got some inside, let me break it, and that way we can grow this thing even quicker. You know what I'm saying? The mayor? Hamburger, you hear that stuff Dion Dawkins said? I did, and that's kind of what we're talking about, and we're going to continue talking about that. We're going to get into a little bit, but we were thrown off in the beginning based on what he just did a half hour ago. The mayor says, are you from Buffalo? No, sir. 607 Schuyler County, Watkins Glen area, Seneca Lake. Bean did what now? I'm not sure. Bill Mafia, baby. Appreciate you, man. Or ma'am, I don't know. Thank you so much for that, Hart. Thank you. If it weren't for the Packers, I'd be a Bills fan. To go one. Well, that's good. You could still be a Bills fan. Screw them, Packers. I'm only kidding. I actually kind of like the team. And we got a buddy over there, the Beers and Balls show. Big Packers fan. Where are you from? Yeah, I told you. Okay, so follow. Oh, appreciate the follow there, Mayor. Thank you. Aiden West says, brother, it's all one big April Fool's. Yeah, I know. We get it now, okay, Aiden? All right, I got, and I admit it. I got. It happened. The mayor says, is bro that popular? Who? This Neon guy? 100%. Like, how many? Somebody tell me. Somebody in the chat here, tell me, or well, your kids are probably at school like mine are. Otherwise, I'd ask them. But how many followers that guy's got or subscribe, whatever you call it, like multiple millions. And I don't know what he does. He doesn't do anything. I'm telling you, he's crazy. BR Deck, appreciate it, man. Thank you. I did follow where you from. Okay, gotcha. Squash, thank you so much, Squash. Thomas Rhombus, appreciate it. Thank you. Go over to their house like two. Holy shit, the mayor. Best friends with his kid Wes. Oh, okay. So the mayor. Oh, wow. Very cool. Hey, man, give me the insight, bro. Give me the insight. The mayor. Do me a favor, the mayor. Tell Brandon Bean, excuse me, YouTube, I'm trying to network here. All right. So bear with me. We're trying to grow it. We have an opportunity. So just bear with me. The mayor, do me a favor. Tell Brandon Bean there's this dude a couple hours east in Seneca Lake. He's got this new channel, big Bills fan. Family's a big Bills fan. You can see the picture behind me. I don't know if you can see this. This is me and my two boys. Obviously, my wife's a big Bills fan as well. Huge Bills fans. Starting a new channel. We'll never say anything egregious. I'm going to tell the truth. But if there's something that can be broken, let me get my big break so we can do this thing for a living, because that's what I'd love to do. That's what I love to do. For the last few weeks, I haven't been doing much work. I've been doing this a lot more. And I got to tell you, it's a lot more fun doing this than the bullshit work. You know what I'm saying? So let me just do this. The mayor, help a brother out, man. Help a brother out. I appreciate you. Bills Mafia became the number 6 fan. Cool. Oh, I know where that's a nice. I'm from. Oh, you're from Orchard Park. Awesome. Beautiful. Big Hill. Appreciate the follow. Missed it. What did Dion Dawkins say? Can you recap? Squash. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So just for everybody, let's really quick recap what happened yesterday. So yesterday came out that the day before, I believe, or it might have been yesterday morning, this extremely famous streamer, YouTube influencer, again, or YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, the whole thing, all of them. What does he do? I don't know. I can't tell you. He just does like stupid shit. And I not for me. I'm not saying, he's very smart. He makes a shit ton of money. He's a young kid. God bless him. He's very good at what he does. I don't watch him though, because I don't even know what I'm watching. He doesn't do anything. But he's got famous people on. He interviews them, does all this stuff, whatever. And Dion Dawkins was on, sitting down with him, chatting it up at a restaurant or a bar or some shit. And his name is Neon, Neon. Sorry. So while at this bar, Neon says, Dion Dawkins, since we're in Miami, let me ask you a question. If the Miami Dolphins were to offer you double the salary, double the money, would you leave Buffalo and go? And I'm going to paraphrase just to shorten this up a bit. But Dion Dawkins then says, you know what? The fans in Buffalo have been cooking me lately, and I'm past the point of being Mr. Nice Guy any longer. So, yeah, you know what? I'd have to leave. I would leave Buffalo. let's not be egregious here. Let's at least react to what was said. If your salary was doubled, is there anybody in here that if their salary was doubled would not strongly consider taking a job elsewhere? Now, in our world, it probably would not mean moving the entire Eastern Coast from Buffalo to Miami like him. But in our world, it's also not $24 to $48 million a year. Okay, so that doubles a little insane. But double the money would perk anyone's interest real fast. Am I wrong? Okay, didn't think so. Now, later on in the interview, did he kind of step back and say, listen, it's not the players, it's not the organization, it's the fans. They've been a little bit nutty here. If you think you can win without me, all right, fine, so be it. Then he said, no, kind of like, I'm just kidding. Again, I'm paraphrasing. I'm just kidding, and I'm never going to leave my quarterback. Josh Allen's my guy. I'm never going to leave him no matter what. I was just kidding, yada, yada. Okay. Of course, then it was clipped, and, the bad parts were what really got out there to the public more so than the entire interview. But created a lot of turmoil, created a lot of conversation and a lot of attention, clearly. And immediately and quickly. And there we are. So then this morning comes around and I'm about to go live and I hit refresh on X and there comes Dion Dawkins' X page that says, "Snow out. Breaking news, Miami Dolphins trade for Dion Dawkins." So again, now we're at the point where it's like, holy shit, that was literally set up from the beginning. Probably told the kid to ask him that question. Both are acting top to bottom, knowing how much oomph it would get, knowing that they were talking about the Dolphins, and then knowing that it was the day before April Fool's Day. And, and here he goes with quite possibly one of the better April Fool's jokes of all time. So that's kind of the recap there, Squash. Chris, go Bills, baby. Knowles, good morning. How are you, brother? Chris, appreciate the follow. The mayor, I'm 20. Pull up to Newton. Okay, so that's how old his son is. I wasn't too aware, to be honest with you. Ghost, if you tell, hell yeah, way to rep the U of Buffalo for sure. My neighborhood, the one and only. Thoughts on the 18? Bills Mafia says thoughts on the 18 games schedule in the NFL season. I think that it's only a matter of time, and I think it absolutely will happen. It's going to go down to 2 preseason games, the 18th regular season. But what also just came out yesterday is the fact that teams now might have 2 or 3 short weeks because they're not considering Friday a short week for the holiday purposes. So those that are going to be playing on Christmas Day, which is a Friday, they're not considering that a short week. So they might play on Friday and then like have another 2 Thursday games. That part is getting out of control, in my opinion. These guys need adequate rest in between games. This is an extremely violent sport. They're literally running at each other as hard as they possibly can, trying to hurt each other. And that's kind of the name of the game. They need more than 3 to 4 days off 3 times a week, especially if they're going to go to 18 games. Now, there's a lot of things being thrown out there. Are 18 games going to mean that starters are just simply not going to play a game in the season? What freaking game is that going to be? Who the hell can tell what game they don't need to play their starters in? I think it's too crazy. It's obviously a money grab, which I understand, and it's a business. I totally get that and I respect that. But at the end of the day, I also do not think that they're necessarily keeping the health of the players at the complete forefront of their minds. Because without the health of these guys, you have no league. Without us paying all the money that we pay for everything, you have no league also. But you need these boys to be healthy in order to maintain what it is you're trying to do. Okay? My opinion. All right. Samantha, seldom trust fake news. Trump told you. Miami Dolphins traded him. Yeah, I know. That's what it seems, but we're pretty sure it's an April Fool's joke. What is a realistic trade we would get for him? Might be worth it, Spidey says. Oh boy. I don't know if it's all that much, to be honest. Third round. I mean, he's not the youngest guy in the world, and some say that he has weight concerns. That said, I think you can draft offensive linemen in his replace. I don't know. What should the Buffalo Bills do next? Make more trades, get a lot more trainings coming good, and more guys like bigger guys like Dolphins and his contract. Well, they're not going for the Dolphins, like we said. He's not going to Dolphins, but like we said, they have reached out to Brandon Cooks' camp. We don't know what's going to happen with AJ Epinesa. I'm assuming that's probably going to be after the draft, although he was not picked up by the Cleveland Browns due to a poor physical, which is crazy. That's why I think he's coming back to Buffalo, because they know his health more than anybody. And I think the Browns just pulled a Ravens and said, you know what? We kind of changed our mind, and we're just going to use that as an excuse. That's what I feel happened. Shaq Thompson, Matt Milano. One of those two boys are probably coming back, in my opinion, if you ask me. Panthers will be better than New Orleans. Glad we got their OC. Okay. So Samtha thinks that New Orleans will be overtaken by the Panthers as well. I don't know. I kind of like New Orleans. Trade back into early second round. I think they will do that. Dolphins don't have any worth a dime other than Achane. I agree with that 100%. Morning Mafia and Cold Front. What's up, Kurganelli? How you doing, baby? Dion likes to troll the Bills fans. You know what, Kurganelli, if you weren't here in the beginning, go back and watch, my friend. I literally got. I did. He got me. He got me with this tweet. Fish will be the dumpster fire. Stephen DeLeon, I really didn't care if they did or not. I just want to know what we got for him. I think it's April Fool's, and that's the whole point. I know I'm late on these chats, and I apologize. I'm 20 minutes late. Holy moly. Okay, let me get into these. Sorry, boys. I know a lot of people in here today. A lot of people. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Follow along, please. On our road to 1,000, but we need to get to 500 first. And when we get to 500, giving away a jersey. So please just tell people, tell everybody you know. Just do me a favor. Like, go hit the subscribe button on Cold Front. Stay there, of course. Listen, hang out. But 500 shouldn't be that. If we got everybody, if 314 people or whatever we have right now would just get one person each to subscribe to the channel, a friend or a family member, we're going to be at 500. I mean, we'll be more, of course, but we're going to be at 500. We're going to give away a jersey, and then we're going to keep it moving. And then we'll do something at 1,000 too. We'll just keep doing it. But either way, it's April Fool's. Pretty sure. A few good OTs in this class. We understand. We're here for it. Yes. Dexy, here's why Cooks won't be signed till after the draft. Same with Shaq. Yeah, they want to see who we draft to see if they would be pushed further down the depth chart. Absolutely. I don't disagree with you one bit. 30 plus is enough of an answer for me. Trolling 101. I bet it's a Corbett jersey. That would be something else, wouldn't it? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you guys a Corbett jersey. No, I'm kidding. The rules are you have to be subscribed or follow, of course. But it's going to be random, and what you will be able to pick from is any new addition to the Buffalo Bills for this season. So if they were not on the roster last year and they're on the roster this year, the DJ Moores, the Gardner Johnsons, maybe, if you would like. I mean, you want to get a Kyle Allen jersey? God bless you. You want to get one of our draft picks? Sure, if you want to wait. I'm hoping we can get to 500. Can you guys just help me? Can I just make another goal here? I need your help. I really need you guys to help push this. Because I think people like pay money to like buy followers and subscribe. Like, I'm not doing it. Like, it's not worth the energy or the money, of course. But I need your help. Can we please get 500 prior to the draft? Then you can decide if you want to wait for the draft or not. Let's get 500 prior to the draft. Let's do it. What will be your perspective if Josh doesn't win a ring? Complete and utter failure. And it can't be anything other than that. How are you, 6 Rings? Good to see you, man. Mark Krajewski, sorry. Good morning. As we move towards the draft, we are seeing some player potential moves post-draft. Yeah, it's actually what Dexy was just talking about, and as were we. The free agents that are not signed yet by anybody are most likely not going to be signed by anybody prior to the draft. And Dexy kind of hit the nail on the head. The reason why is that depending on the draft, why would you want to sign somebody at this moment in time? Hold on, I got to get this thing to focus in. Why would you want to sign somebody right now in this moment in time, not knowing what you're going to end up with in the draft? And then will they be taking a roster or a depth spot slot that you might be able to fill with a draft? You just don't know, right? And then you don't want to be over lumped with too many people in one position because you signed some veteran, 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the draft. Or you don't want to be slighted in who you're drafting based on a 1-year, $3 million deal guy. You don't want to in the back of your head say, oh, we can't draft this guy because we have 7 wide receivers already. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just clear your mind, make sure nothing gets in the way of your draft so you can make the best draft possible. My opinion. I like what Bean has done so far this season. Just got to hit on that. I agree with you. 1,000%. We've talked about that numerous times. I am so in with what's happened thus far. My aunt's third cousin's friend's uncle. Okay. Big baller. Oh, bargain bin. Oh, big. Okay. All right. I'm not about that, because I got my guy over here. I got to get back to him. There's a million freaking things over here. The mayor, Josh Allen. Josh Allen, what? Cooper, breaking news. AJ Brown to the Patriots. That's probably also a lie. Do you want to go live later in the week? I'll be with him. Probably get you a question. Are you kidding me? Chat. Put it in the chat. The mayor just says, do I want to go live later this week? And we get Brandon Bean live and we can ask Brandon Bean a question? One question. What do you all say to that? That's got to be an absolute yes, the mayor. Hell yes. I'm coming down here. Tell me in the chat, what do we do? Do we go live and get Brandon Bean on this son of a thing? Hell yeah. Unless the mayor's giving me a April Fool's again. Did I just get got again? Ah, shit. The mayor, hell yeah. Cooper says April Fool. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I seen that earlier. I know, Chris. I know. Double salary buy, Squash says. Chris says, yes, New York tax is too high. These are all very good points and absolutely true. Zodian says, trade him. It's April Fool's, but hey, man, I know, Shabills. I know. Squash, thanks, bro. Yeah, man. Chase Patton, go Broncos. Okay, yeah, I'm with you. You love your Broncos. Yes, Dion will play. This is getting blown out of proportion. I was like, yeah, Jeff, it was an April Fool's joke, and I got absolutely crushed. And yes, he does love Buffalo and Allen. He literally has the key to Buffalo. I mean, Dion Dawkins is literally a Buffalo key holder. There's no way he's leaving, right? Dion is only upset with a few knuckleheads that want to complain about something. I agree with that too. But you got to have some thick skin here. Like, I mean, there's a few people in the grand scheme of things that might talk shit about him, and that's it. I don't think Dawkins will ever leave, not as long as Josh Allen. Agreed. He said that too, yeah. Ashley says, wait, who had a poor physical? AJ Epinesa, who was a free agent this offseason, was signed to a 1-year deal by the Cleveland Browns. They did not consummate that signing because when he got to the facility, they did not like the way his physical looked. He did not pass their tests. Therefore, they did not sign him, and he's still a free agent. She's got K9. How are Bills fans feeling about that? Good for them. Great running back. Chiefs needed a running back, so good for them. I thought they were going to try to get after Jeremiah Love in the draft, but good for them. I'm still not overly concerned with the Chiefs, if I'm being honest, this year. 2 years down the road, different story. Vinny Boom Box. Did you hear about shitty Vrabel crumble? I did. So Mike Vrabel, when they were all down in Arizona at the coaches' pressers, basically, they're all getting up on stage and answering questions to the press. Vrabel got up from his desk, went over to Joe Brady's, grabbed his name plate that was out in front of him, crumbled it up, threw it back on the the table, and walked off. Apparently, I mean that's probably just sports rumble with Ryan. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Matt Cork, I'm so excited for Steelers to beat Baltimore 2 times. Hell yes, please. I would love it. Love it. Boy, Bucatini boy. So glad you're happy with Bean's move so far. I think he's been great. Big draft this year. Yeah, I think we can go nutty, really. With a good, solid draft, I think we can go nutty. I'm being serious. What are you doing with the first pick? What are we doing with the first pick? I think they're either going I think it's wide open actually right now. I at first I thought they were definitely going to trade back. My thing has always been Dylan Thieneman first pick if he's available. If not, I wouldn't mind Caden McDonald. But then a lot of people are saying wide receiver like Concepcion or some people are saying Denzel Boston. Some people are saying take Chris Brazel or Brazel. I think his name is actually pronounced Brazel. It's not Brazel. I was mispronouncing it for a little while. Brandon Beane just says anything's open, including wide receiver. When he was interviewed just recently down at the owners and GMs or what, the annual meeting that they had in Arizona. If I had to say right now, I think the best guess, in my opinion, not what I would want, but what I think the Bills and Brandon Beane will do, I think it's Casey Concepcion. I think he's the leader to be the first round pick. I don't think they're going to trade back at this moment because I think Concepcion will be available and I think the Bills will draft him. Not saying that's not what I want or any of that. That's kind of my prediction. As of today, that'll change 147 times in the next 3 weeks, though. That's a guarantee. JP says it's April Fool's. I know. Or what would you like to say? Okay, so now to Bucatini boy. TB, go Bills, go Sabres. Yes, sir. What I would like to see is Dylan Thieneman. You need a guard and a linebacker. We don't need a guard. Depth. Actually, we don't even really need depth anymore. I mean, for this year. Long term, we could use some depth. But linebacker for sure. I just don't think they're going to get a linebacker in round 1. I think that they're going to wait. Now, if they pick at 26, they're most likely not going to have a second round pick. So trading back and getting, an early second and an early third, or an early second, maybe a really, really late second, like that could also be in play. I don't know. I feel like they're still going to try to save face with that wide receiver thing. And I hope they don't overcompensate for it. Does that make sense? Snoopy Sweats. Laugh out loud when I heard they were spinning Dion as wanting out. I laughed my ass off all the way to the bank because he ain't leaving. Yeah, right. I get you. Where is Murph? Murph. If it's real, Murph, or the mayor, I'm sorry, the mayor. The mayor, where you at, the mayor? Let's get it going. If it's real, baby. Get Brandon Beane on this show. Shit. That'd be sick. Whoa. I am so far behind. Man, a lot of people in here today. My apologies. Everybody needs to just bear with me, please. Bear with me. Okay, let's get here. Dexy, after the third day of draft, no comes to them will be made. I can see Cooks are signing. Okay. Yes, but I think that if Epinesa gets signed, we were just talking about this earlier. If Epinesa gets signed for more than $4 million, I think that's compensatory. And there was one other one as well. Laugh out loud. Come on, dude. He's hitting homers. He doesn't need to clear the bases. Santa, who are you talking about? I know I'm a little late with this, but who were you talking about with that? 6 million. Okay. When I tell you Neon used to be a nobody small teen YouTuber who played Fortnite and did trolls to now being where he's at now. Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, it works, right? It works. The powers that be gonna cut streaming sooner or later. Yeah. Everybody got a McAfee virus. I don't know who can do that though. I don't think you can tell these guys any longer that they can't do certain things unless it's physical. Like I think in contracts you cannot play basketball because you will break your ankle. But you can't be on social media. I don't know how it's going to work because it's taken over. And these guys, a lot of them now make a living via media. So I don't think you can take that away from them. I kind of like it. But at the end of the day, also it allows them to be who they are, and I appreciate that too. Like be you, man. Like I don't have an issue with people saying their opinions, as long as it's not interrupting the game. I don't think the opinions or the mindset should be happening down on the field when it comes to like politics. But in between games in the offseason. If you want to get on and say your piece, okay, that's your prerogative. I got to give him that. I got to say that, I just don't like the whole do it in the middle of a game. Like, what? We're watching football. We're not watching a presidential debate. That type of stuff. Or we're watching basketball. We're not watching the midterms. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that I don't think that they should be gelled. That's my opinion. Again, we're not talking politics here. Not here. The powers are going to be, bargain bin, Jesus, in the discount DVD bin at Target. Jesus, come on, man. I actually think he's done very well. And I mean that. I'm happy with this roster right now. Still some holes, but I'm happy. It's not over. Not even close. Gets his grocery at right. Oh my God. You got to bargain when you're against the salary. Sure. Sneaky moves are accepted. Those last two IOLs. Yeah. I'm totally in it. With Corbin and Cushenberry. Quite frankly, I don't know if it was Bean or Brady, but they were literally just quoted saying, listen, folks, Cushenberry has started his entire life. So I wonder if that left guard role is really, I don't think Cushenberry's going to slide into guard, but I really think that left guard role is up in the air. Brian, next moves, in my opinion, is to look at the draft, see if any trade down options exist of a player of higher interest. Yep. What do you guys think about Ty Simpson? Will he get taken before 26? Or is that the Cardinals or like the Jets or whatever to trade up for him and give us some picks to trade back? That's kind of what's been said, up until this point. Okay. It's all good. I love the bargain, but I shop at price. Well, yeah, me too, but I knew what you're saying. It's a business. Aldi's. Oh my God. I'm an avid bargain. Okay. I click coupons. Oh, I can't do that. I don't have it in me. Meaning the time and the energy. I just can't. Just nope. And I don't do Amazon either. My wife is the Amazon queen. I don't do Amazon because I want what I want and I want it now. I'll drive 40 minutes to go get that shit, whatever I want, if I can have it in my hands that day. And I probably pay more because I'm one of the instant gratification. If I know what I want it now. What's going on with this camera today, boys and girls, huh? Come on. Oh, that should make it worse? Oh, this is a joke. Just making it worse and worse and worse. I don't know what the hell's going on. It'll get there. It'll get there. Bear with me. Dexy, I think you could re-sign Cooks before the draft. He would be the 5th receiver. How's that? There we are. We're back. Be the 5th receiver and add a veteran presence and free the Bills to trade down to draft defense. Oh, I mean, that's another way to look at it, I guess, Mark. I think I agree with Dexy, though. I don't think that they will, maybe. I don't think that they will sign him prior, but it's a good way to think about it, though. Couponing craze was crazy. I live for BOGO deals. Oh, my word. Sherfield number 5. I hope not. If I'm being honest, I really hope not. I hope Sherfield is purely special teams. Telling you Cooks is going to wait if he has no reason to sign now. Oh, yeah, that could help for Cooks, too. Yes. I'll buy too many just because of the BOGO. Yeah, that happens, right? Publix for the W. Publix is legit. We don't have him up here, but Publix is legit. No wide receiver 8 at best. Yes, I'm with you. He's only back for specials. Okay, yes. Understood. Okay, age is my red flag. We can get some youth legs in the here to groom for the future. True, but we need to win now. But yes, you're right. Don't mean to be rude if that's how it's. Yeah. No. I don't think so. But I don't know how Samtha feels. I wouldn't want to trade Dawkins, but I feel teams would give up second rounder. Okay, I was thinking third. But I think that it would have to be like 2, like a third and maybe a third. But I don't know, a second. The Bills wouldn't do it. I don't believe. Noel's here. What's up? No, okay. All right. So now I get it. Jonas is Knowles. All right. Okay, makes total sense now. Now I'm with you. I did not know that. Thank you for telling me this, brother. You have a mock draft soon. Will you have a yeah, let's do one. Let's do one very soon. 100%. When do you want to do it? You want to do it tomorrow? Want to do it live? Or do you want me to just recap one that I do like at night on the iPad or the tablet? Tell me what you want there, Knowles. Maybe we should do one together. That'd be fun. Everybody hit the like button, subscribe. So please hit the like button immediately and subscribe to the channel and share it and tell everyone you know and call your mother and your kids and your husbands and your wives and tell them all if they don't subscribe that you're disowning them. They need to do it immediately. Immediately. Wish you were with more players from the Eagles and more trades. Yeah. Red more large, please. Red more large, please. Not sure what that means. Buffalo Bills get a fourth quarterback in their trade. Yes, one. Yes, yeah. Okay, yes. I don't know if he came back. I don't know if he did. Because he ain't. Knowles actually says, Knowles over here on YouTube or TikTok said, what question would you ask Bean? That's a great question as far as what question I would ask. I have to think about that. If he actually came on here, which I have no idea if that kid's telling me the truth or not, but I know a man by the river. Don't spam. Titans are signing former Commanders free agent Casey Osborne a 1-year deal per source. Okay, got it. Let's see. Titans are rounding up in that locker room, aren't they? They're going to show something. Yeah, okay. Josh Reed saying Dion playing the long game by starting April Fool's jokes in March. What? Oh, yeah. Good post. Starting the whole thing. Yeah, he did it in March. He started it literally in March. Oh, and now he's showing all right, well, let's take a look at this real quick. I'm going to come over to here and do this instead. See, just so you guys are aware, this is kind of what it looks like. This is what this kid does. So this is Dion Dawkins. He had this dude Neon to his house apparently, and the guy just filming. They're showing him a tour. This didn't come out until recently. This part of this whole interview. All right. So those are Schnow's drag racing cars, and as someone mentioned on TikTok earlier, how does he fit in these damn cars? Literally, the roof of that car comes up to his waist.
How? No, I don't ride this motorcycle.
Oh, you don't ride this one?
The NFL would hate me, huh? Oh, no, I have boots.
That is.
It's a Lambo.
Okay, pretty cool. But that's what the kid does. I mean, he started out doing other things. Get coming in a contract, Coleman, Shakir. All right, so they're both not going to sign because they are already on the team. But I want to say one thing and show you one thing. While, actually, no, we were talking about something different, weren't we? I got to get through these comments here. You actually might be right, Dexy, about the Chiefs first round, but they hate to see that. In an updated Madden draft, all the top talent went in the first 25. I was like, ain't no way. I updated the draft roster. Okay. So the top 25 players went in the top 25. Is that what you're saying? Like, even if 14 of them were edge guys, I would despise it as well, but I was just saying they would. Okay. Sad, Dexy. The Sabres should win tomorrow. Yeah, Sabres are killing it, man. I can't wait. What's the Buffalo? Yeah, no, they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're still a 1 seed so far. I'm Team Hill Orange. I know you were before too. Okay. I mean, I'm Team McDonald and Hunter. We should get. I know you always say this, but who are the Niners going to trade? There's no linebacker. I agree, Mark. I don't think that 26 is the place to take a linebacker. Wouldn't be for pick this year. It'd be a 20 or would be worth it. Or yeah, that's true. That's true. In the Buffalo before McDonald looking like he'll be gone. Yeah. Lawson Trotter. I like Trotter. Don't leave me like this, Murph. Me? Oh, yeah, I know. No kidding. It wasn't Murph. It was Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor. I don't know. He's not back. He didn't come back. I mean, what do I do? I send the guy a message or something? That'd be so cool. Imagine Brandon freaking Bean just sitting here next to me on this screen. I get to ask him a question. What question? Noel says, what question will we ask him, boys and girls? If we had one question, like 5 minutes to ask a question and he answers, what would we ask him? I love Thieneman, but the signing of Gardner Johnson, Geno Stone make that pick 26 wasted. Well, I think they're both 1-year deals, and I don't think Geno Stone's anything in terms of high propensity snap count, if I'm being honest. So I think that I actually think that if he's available, they could still take him, and I'd be a happy camper. I'm sorry on Toronto. I would take him first. Woo! If we can trade down to get picks, but stay in the first for the 5th year. But I think we get him round 2 just fine also. You think we can – who's left after us in the first that's going to give away their first? Oh, and the second? I don't know. That'd be cool. Noel's here. Excuse me. If given the opportunity, what question are you asking Bing? Yes. Okay. Oh boy, he doesn't know me. He doesn't trust me. None of I don't have his. The question that I'd really love to ask Brandon Bean would not be as who are you going to go with the first pick of the. If you're still in here, Knowles, which I hope you are. Again, I'm trying to get to all these question marks. But we got a lot of people in here today, a lot of chat, which is freaking awesome. I love it. I would ask Brandon Bean something along the lines, and it would take me a few minutes to really maybe write this out or something. But I would want to know, in the current climate and situation of the NFL and the Buffalo Bills, to him, what is the utmost importance if you have to pick one? Is it Josh Allen is a generational man for the Buffalo Bills and has created such a cultural change, let's call it what it is, for not just the Buffalo Bills and Bills Mafia, but literally for the demographic of Western New York and upstate New York, for that matter. That is it more important for you to win a Super Bowl while you have this man and win your first Super Bowl for the organization? Or is it, and you have to pick one here, or is it more important to create a financially responsible situation for the Buffalo Bills in years to come? And if he says, well, what is years to come? After 3 years from now. That's what I really would like to ask the man. And he probably wouldn't want to answer it, if I'm being honest. And it would be the most politically correct answer. But that somehow, and I'd have to fine tune how I asked that, because I asked it, over the span of 60 seconds. But I would really want to know, like, are you trying to win a Super Bowl immediately? Has it been that way up until this point? Or is it part of your duty, based on the owners, to make sure that you're in a financially well-off position as an organization and as a business? Does that make sense? That's what I really want to know. It's more broad questions than specifics for me. Because I'm just very curious and I'm super interested in how the motives change from team to team in the NFL and how it really the other question I would ask of him is are we really, as a general manager of a football team, are we really as cold as we need to be? Or are we or do we think that it's a fault if you're too friendly with your players? Do we sign people, extend people when they might not be the best fit for what the money we gave them, or they might not be the best talent that's out there, but they're a great bill, they're a great community guy, other things. Because community is extremely important, as we all know. But where does that gap come into play? And how does it get filled? How do you close in that gap? Or is it just wide open and the intangibles, off the field stuff, does that just really make them worth more money? I guess is the question. Am I making sense? I'm not a journalist, so I don't really know how to shorten those questions up to make it reasonable to respond to, but that's where my mind goes. If I had Brandon Beane sitting down here with me, that's where I would try to start. Now, I would also piggyback off of some of his responses in terms of the next question that I asked him, but that's what I'd really love to know if I had his ear and if he trusted me enough to speak to me, which obviously there's no reason that he would. So I don't think that he would really open up to me at all, which makes sense. Buffalo Bills go get some players from the NBA. Stop it, Brian. Bean is hitting home runs with these signings. He didn't need to break the bank and signing Linderbaum types. Max Crosby. Oh, I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with it. I've heard he had been linked to wide receivers. Yes. Yes, I heard the same. And I actually asked the Beers and Balls show. And he said it was very odd. And he likes Wicks a lot. And that if he does go to Buffalo, Buffalo would be thrilled. That's what Beers and Balls said. Beers and Balls show. Same page. Browns at 24. Okay, Browns at 24 would take Ty, calling it now. He has a connection with the head coach, and the coach has said he wants to bring in another young QB. Wow. Okay. Wow. That would be insane. Can't believe Wicks was putting up like 1,000 numbers with all the talent there. Yeah. Yeah, right. And I think that it's something worth noting for sure. Not much about Lawrence. He's worth the pick for the jersey. Don't leave me like this, Murph. Oh, well, we just need 500 subscribers, baby. That's all we need for jersey giveaway. I would like Lee Hunter, Christian Miller, then Trotter. Okay, yep. Yeah, and Madden draft, you were thinking of snatch. You went at 25. Okay, Interstellar callback, Murph. Madden is super not reliable. That's true. I like Jacob Rodriguez. So do I. Samtha, go to sticktothemodel.com. That's a really cool website, free. You don't have to pay for it. That you can do mock drafts as well. Mock drafts. You just pick one team that you want to control, and their algorithms are supposed to be heavily weighted with actually what's going on in the NFL and what teams need and their wants and desires. Hey, appreciate that. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. And it's super reliable. And that's where I do most of mine. I mean, I use them all, but I do most of mine there. The optimal pick at 26 would be a wide receiver and edge rusher. These positions command more money than others. With the best move financially going forward. Yeah, you save yourself getting a highly paid position in the draft. Sure. Look at some of the fifth-year options that were executed recently for these skill positions. Big money. And then there's Dalton Kincaid down at the bottom at $8 million. Dolphins had a bunch of extra picks. They would jump on Niners for wide receiver. Yeah. That's why I like Dorian Williams. Will be out our weak link. Need a coverage linebacker to replace Milano and Bernard Ainette. Well, Jonas Burris Knowles says that's a great question. Is winning now a priority and strike while the iron is hot? Right. Mine would be, so do we have too much allegiance for historic or connections with the players we signed? No, I'm going to call you Knowles. But Jonas, I agree, and that's kind of why I said that second question, which led me into thinking about some of our signs, which is why we don't have much cap space, is to some mediocre players, if I'm being honest. I'm sorry. It just seems like some of our extensions, decent money, have gone for mediocrity. And I think, or I would like to know, if it was exactly what you're saying, which is you've built relationships with these guys. They've built relationships with you and the community and everybody else, and you love them as people. Is it kind of like we have a soft spot and we want to give them more money than maybe they deserve because we're good people, they're good people? We don't want to be the ruthless piece of shit that says, I love you to death. You're not worth anything. Goodbye. You know? I totally agree with you, Jonas, and I'd love to see his reaction to that. Never in a million years would he answer that question for me. Mockdrafthero.com. Oh, never heard of this one, Samantha. Maybe we should pull this up. Maybe, is it free? Because maybe we'll do it tomorrow. I have enough bullshit subscriptions. I don't need another one. But maybe we can do it tomorrow together. Live. Ethan Davis. How are you? I've just been here listening instead of commenting, trying to get to let you get caught up. Well, I appreciate it. I'm now caught up, I think. I'm now caught up. And it's been a whirlwind today for sure. But it's been a lot of fun, as per always. And now I got to get back over to TikTok because I'm way behind on this too. Dion Dog's funny character. Posty was traded to the Finns. Johnny Black. I know. He's a nut, isn't he? He's an absolute nut. What's up with Dawkins, David Smith? Nothing. April Fool's joke that I got completely crushed by this morning. I got pranked by the NFL, Caden says. I feel like Dion didn't perform his best last season. I think he had some absolute games that were duds. No doubt. No question he had some duds. But all in all, I think that he had a pretty good season. And he's still a very good offensive tackle, 100%. Schwab, ask him when he's going to sign Trey. If I love the question, and I would love the answer. But if I only had one question to ask Brandon Beane, and I had 5 minutes with him, I don't think I'd ask him about Trey White, unfortunately. Snoopy Sweats, I'd ask, what is your real tactic with the draft since he doesn't have any credibility? What's the harm? Oh, well. In sharing stuff. That's kind of yee. I'd ask him really why and when was it decided that Sean had to go? I feel like he was told. That's a fair question. I don't know if he would certainly not answer that now, but that is a fair question. Whose decision was it? And when was it really made? Was it really made in the locker room by Terry Pagula after the Denver loss, which is what he told us, which I have no reason personally why not to believe it. Dion Dogs is playing April Fool's Day jokes on y'all. Yes, DJ KCD, you're absolutely right. He did, and now I'm living with the repercussions. Matt Chance, Dog said he would never leave. It was a joke. I know. Alyssa, go Bills, baby. Go Bills. That's the whole point, Matt. I did. Appreciate you following, though, man. Thank you. Matt Chance, yeah, thank you for that heart so much. Did they confirm Cook's back? No, they didn't. They confirmed that they reached out to Cook's camp. That's it. So they're talking. Don't know where it's leading. Don't know what it's going to mean. Not a bill, but in conversation. John says, brother, the Bills. Yeah, go Chiefs. No, go Chiefs. Come on, man. Come on. How come no one is talking about Buffalo Joe? I think he would be outstanding with more experience. No, people are talking about him, and he's still there, baby. He's not going anywhere, and he's a viable option to get a lot more playing time this year than he's seen in his life. Yeah, I'd like to see him on the field a little bit more maybe before I say that he's the guy. Again, really good story. Really good story. Is he a really good football player? That's the question. Jake Johnson says, go Pats. Appreciate you coming in, Jake. Go Bills, but hey, got you. Jazzy J, go Bills, 100%. Actually, 200%. That's what I'm talking about. 200%. Jake Johnson, next season, I'm excited for the Bills and the Pats matchups. I can't wait either. You guys are going to get beat twice in 1 year. It's going to be great. Jazzy J, appreciate the follow, man. Jake Johnson, you get what I'm saying, right? You guys have a couple losses. It's all good. Hey, happens to the best of us. It's all good. In reference to your mediocre players comment, that further supports my argument for wide receiver, edge rusher in the first round. I don't disagree with you. I mean, but some of the mediocreness was as of late at least was Terrell Bernard, linebacker, mediocre. You had a Taron Johnson signing, which turned into releasing the man, and then at the 25th hour, at least being able to trade up around for him. Good player. Nothing crazy special, in my opinion. You got your Khalil Shakir extension that just happened. I would say that he's probably worth what you're giving him. Then you have, your offensive line was all re-signed. McGovern, I mean, Russo was a big re-sign too, just this past offseason. I'm thinking of like the most recent ones. He's not a 10, 12, 15 sack guy, but he is also one of the best edge defenders against the run on the planet. So, depending on what you feel, he could certainly be worth the money, but maybe it's too much. We could sign mediocre players at positions like linebacker or defensive tackle, but wide receivers and edge rushers are a premium that need to be filled in the draft. Yeah, I get it. That's where the world is right now, right? We need to stop signing the Josh Palmer. Oh, I totally forgot. Josh Palmer was one of the worst signings. Now, at least he was not a re-sign, though. He was not an extend, at least. So my point of maybe, getting too close with these guys and thinking that they're just too much of the part of the community can't really happen if you're talking about somebody that you're signing from Los Angeles. But good point. Joey Boat's the same thing. Both mediocre, below average, not so good at signings. I mean, reality. Yeah, I'm curious, Dexy. Let me know what you think. I'll try to play around with it as well. It's the best, trust me, she says. Okay, so she's down with it, man. Buffalo Bills should make more money, and yeah, sure. And then restructure more. They can only spend so much money. Doesn't matter how much money they have. They can only spend as much money as the NFL allows them to spend per year on players' contracts, and that is just a shade over $301 million this year. So the NFL sets that, and all teams have to abide by the same number. Brian, same. I'm an internet pirate since days of Pirate Bay and uTorrent. Wow. We don't know. Okay. Spidey, thanks for bringing it up, Spidey. Fantasy football. Now, everybody, let me just hit a few of these things. Sorry. Appreciate that follow. No problem. As long as you talk about the NFL, I'm always here. That a baby. That's basically all we talk about. It depends on what teams are doing what. Our secondary just got better this offseason with Byard. Yeah, I agree. That's a good sign, and I like Tonga as well. Let's go Buffalo, and how about those Sabres? A win tomorrow, and we are in. Let's fucking go. Arcade clause. That's what I'm talking about. We're arguably number one cornerback in the league. True. Can't argue that. Did the NFL draft happen? No. End of this month. Well, like the middle, 23rd, 24th, 25th, I think. Right, 22nd. Yeah, 23rd to the 25th. I say go defense unless wide receiver drops to us. We have Coleman, Palmer, Shavers. Figure it out. Shavers will not. We don't have Shavers. He'll probably be out for the entire season with a torn ACL. Yeah, okay, yeah. Draft 23rd for the 25th. Okay, gotcha. All right, so let's talk fantasy football. We got, how many did we get? I'm going to pull it up right now. Let's go to the good old email and see how many people we got locked and loaded for fantasy football. Cold front chat fantasy football coming at you. Boom. I kind of yelled that. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Right now, plus me, plus Cold Front. So right now, we have. Oh, Spidey, you weren't here the other day. You weren't here the other day. Oh, man. Yeah, Spidey. I'm going to put it in the chat again. Right now. Just a simple Gmail account here. Coldfrontbuffalo at Gmail. And everybody on TikTok, coldfrontbuffalo, one word, at gmail.com. Send me an email right now if you want to play Cold Front Buffalo chat fantasy football. We're going to start one. Dexy, I think it was Dex. Whose idea was it? Dexy, was it your idea? I want to give credit where it's due. I think it was Dexy on YouTube's idea a couple days ago. No, Spidey, don't apologize, bro. I just want to make sure that you, because I was pretty certain that you would want to play. I think it was Dexy with the idea yesterday or 2 days ago, whatever the freak it was, I don't know, that we do a chat only fantasy football league. Now, if we have more than 12 people, then we'll do 2 leagues. But I just asked that anybody that does play, that wants to play, I want everyone to play that wants to, but everyone that wants to play and that does, just pay attention to it. Do not have empty rosters. If you get a trade proposal, answer the damn thing. If there's nothing going on, okay, meaning if someone is not playing and they have 3 open slots coming into a Sunday or Thursday, whatever, into a week, I'm going to have to do something because it's just not fair. Now, I don't think somebody had mentioned and given us a good option as to how to play with money in a money league. But I don't think I want to do that. I don't want any hard feelings. I don't want anybody getting upset. I don't want anybody, where's my money? This, that. I just don't want to do that. This is all about bragging rights for this. I don't want to make it about money at all. Actually, I think that was Dexy. Hold on. Dexy said, Spidey wants to be. I figured you would. Can I be in your fans? Yeah, of course you can. I can't sign you up, though. No, Brian, you're going to have to sign yourself up. Can you send me some merch like a jersey if you hit 3,000? I'll send you. I don't have merch. Although I really, really need to get my own. I have 315 subscribers. Who the fuck am I talking about? My merch would be sick, boys and girls. Okay. My freaking hats and hoodies would be out of control. First one, turn the haters into homies. But no, I don't have anything. I'm not that. I don't mean that much. Did you get my email? I'm bad with them. Yes, I did. I got everybody's email and I read through them. And I think you were the one that had mentioned, and I agree with it, that money is probably not the greatest thing to do. And I don't want people to spend money just to have some fun anyways. Maybe my bad. Mostly work when I get. Yes, I know that, Spidey. Sorry. You're mostly working when you're listening. So, yeah, good. It's in the chat, Spidey. So just shoot me an email. And we'll stay in touch. I'm gonna lock and load. I also want everyone to give me their opinion of what they feel their best housing flag football fantasy football websites are. I played a few in my day. Some pros and cons to the ones that I've played, but we want to have the best experience for everybody. So just let me know what you feel that your favorite places to play are. Robbie coming West Texas Mafia. Josh is already set financially, so why wouldn't he consider doing a restructure like Mahomes did this year? If he would, we would be in front runner for Super Bowl with the players we could bring in. West Texas, Robbie. Josh did restructure his deal again, I think for the second year in a row. So yeah, they already did it. Yep. He now has about an $83 million cap hit in 2029. Which is just awesome. Josh, yes, he did. Yes, please participate in the league. Absolutely, Spidey. 100%. 100%. I sent the email. Okay, good. All right, you just sent it. You don't have to say your name, of course, but was it the name 10 at Yahoo? Just so I know that it was you. Again, I'm not going to use your name, but I think that I think I just got it. But not like Mahomes. They got like 35 million with Patrick's restructure. Yeah, but Josh Allen does this every year now. So there's only it's only going to be beneficial for so long before you actually start until you have to actually pay somebody. I know what you mean, West Texas, but it's just like a domino. You know, you can sweep it under the rug, but then that rug just starts to lift off the ground. There's so much shit under it. That's kind of where Josh Allen is. They can only do this for so long before they run into a Bobby Bonilla deal. You know what I mean? Or Shohei Ohtani. Most people quit Money League if they start bad. Right, exactly. We don't want to. That's a great point. We don't want to do that either. Yeah, okay. I want to try Sleeper, but I'm in New York and it doesn't even work. Can you do fantasy football without gambling? Like without having a gambling account? Will it work in New York? Even though I can't create a gambling account? Because New York doesn't allow it. It's weird though, because FanDuel works for me. We have FanDuel in our casinos. I mean, obviously casinos are casinos, but I tried to get in Sleeper months and months ago because I really wanted to do some quick like parlays, like player prop stuff, which I know they're known for. I love them. And I couldn't. Yahoo and Sleeper are my go-tos. He says, okay, Sleeper number one, Yahoo, ESPN. Others I haven't used. Okay, I use ESPN Fantasies work good. Me too. I've actually come to enjoy ESPN, but I'm probably just comfortable with it. You know what I mean? Hunter, yes. Okay, gotcha. All right, perfect, Spidey. You're in, babes. Okay. Anybody else in here? Should we call Cooks to resign? Yeah, they have. They have called him. Or did I already speak about that? They have called. Is it wide receiver in the first round or a different position? I think it's wide receiver. Personally, I think that's what they're going to do. I'm not saying that's what I want them to do. I do almost feel that is what they will be doing, though, if I'm being honest. I won the Bills STM League 2 years ago. What's this now, Arcade Claus? What is the STM League? Got a signed helmet and 75 Bills bucks was run up past year. Holy shit. Beach City says, hey, it's Aaron Rodgers. Hey, Aaron Rodgers. What's up, baby? What you smoking today, brother? If you're Aaron Rodgers, how are you? That'd be fucking cool as hell. I'll invite you, and we can go live together, please, if you're Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what the STM thing is, though, Arcade. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Second year he restructured. Okay, Jay. Yeah, two in a row. Do you think Schwab says? Do you think they will restructure? That's a great point. We're talking about Dawkins this whole day, and we haven't even brought up the fact that he's not been restructured yet. I don't know why. I don't know why. They're going to need that money to fill the rest of their roster. 100% they will. So I don't know. Schwab, they have to. In my opinion, they absolutely have to. Arcade Claus says, I used Sleeper before for a league with friends. You like it? Arcade Claus, that's fucking cool as hell, man. I didn't even know that was a thing, bro. Or homegirl. I had no idea. That's fantastic that they have that. Season ticket membership league. That's freaking awesome. Now, how do they do that? How many, they just have a ton of different leagues? They must, obviously. Must be. Must be what it is. Yeah, you like Sleeper, though. Okay, got it. By the way, if Tyson is there at 26, give me, I don't care if he can only play 10 games. He cooked the shit out of Gonzo in college. I know. And you are on the Tyson train for sure. And you have not left. So I got to give you that at least, if nothing else. Right. Okay, Claus. That makes sense. So what, 12 teams league, I'm assuming? That's freaking awesome, though. And you get a helmet from the Bills. The Bills are the commissioners. That's freaking cool, dude. That's cool. I was this close to pulling the trigger on the new stadium. This close. I didn't do it. I'm kicking myself. I figured it would be almost an investment, to be honest with you. Just would have been a hefty check. You know what I mean? Hefty check. Because we were not prior. Well, not that matters, but I look at back on it. I'm like, I should have went. Okay, Buffalo Bills should make more trades and keep it up. They're doing what they can, Brian. They're doing everything they can, baby. West Texas, I thought they put it in guaranteed situation. Maybe I need to do my homework before speaking. Hey, what are you talking about? Robbie. First of all, the rule on this channel is we don't apologize, okay? We don't apologize. Well, unless we're being completely disrespectful, which you're not being. But we don't apologize for asking a question. We're all been wrong. Nobody knows everything. So stop that right now. Contracts aren't my thing, obviously. It's all good, man. Contracts, like there's a lot to learn about contracts for me and everybody else anyways. I'm just saying that I just happen to have known that multiple years Josh Allen has already been restructured. Therefore, you cannot continue to just make him basically play for free. You have to pay the piper at some point. You know what I mean? Okay. Hallie or Haley says, go Pack, go. All right. Go Bills. Go Bills, Hallie. Go Bills. Arcade Claus. Yeah, they send it in mail. Like, oh, that's so fucking cool, dude. Like, that's just awesome. If for no other reason, just for playing fantasy football, I probably should have bought my tickets. That's so cool. This is going to be great, though. All right, so let's get back into it. So here's the deal. I want all the recommendations that you can come up with on how we'll do this. We're going to do this as a group. Obviously, I will be in it playing as well. If we need to make multiple leagues, that's fine. It's not that hard. But it's going to be cold front chat fantasy football. And it will be random. Of course, random draw in terms of your draft position. I want the feedback as to what people think the draft should look like. Should it be snake? Should it be regular? Snake is usually the most suitable for fantasy football, especially if you have 12 people. Because if you pick 12th and 24th, that's a problem. That's my recommendation, but I can be outvoted on things. I'll be the commissioner, but this is all of us together, so I don't want to be a dictator either. Okay. We also need to understand if we're going to just do 1 year at a time, or are we going to try to keep it going year after year? How intricate do we want this to be? I am a fan of PPR leagues. That's what it is for me. I like PPR. I like seeing more points on the board. I think it's more exciting for most. By PPR, if you don't know, I'm sure you do if you want to play, but if you don't, that's fine too. PPR meaning points per reception. So even your running back or your receiver is going to get a point when they catch a football. Okay, so and then X amount of points for yards. So usually when you rush or receive a football, you get 10 points. I'm sorry, 1 point for every 10 yards rushing or receiving, a point for a reception. Most leagues are 4 points. Well, let's go backwards. 6 points for scoring a touchdown with the football in your hands. That could be a receiver, running back, or a quarterback for scoring. So Josh Allen is obviously one of the best fantasy football players of the past 5 years because he not only throws touchdowns, which are usually worth 4 points, but then he runs touchdowns in at a hefty rate, which are 6. So he does both. So he's very potent in fantasy football. There's some leagues that have a half of a point for reception. There's some leagues that don't do any points for reception. Therefore, it's pretty touchdown dominant. Then you get your defensive points. You let up certain amount of points on a defense. Defense kind of is a little bit different. It usually goes backwards. You start out with 10 or 12 points because you've given up none. You've given up no yards at the moment. You've given up no points at the moment. You start up at 10 or 12 points, 15, whatever it is, and then every point you give up based on buckets, you go down in your scoring for the defense. There's a bunch of different options of the setup of the league itself. Like I said, if we want to do 1 year at a time, which would probably be the easiest, if I'm being honest, then it's just 1 year and the year's over and it's done. And then if people wanted to play the next year, you do a redraft completely. Then there's things called like dynasty leagues that, you hear the big groups of people that get together and play fantasy football for 20 years. Well, you start off with your draft, and then you have guys that you keep for next year, a keeper league or dynasty. You get 3 or 4 players on your whole roster that you can keep for next year, and they're not available in next year's draft pool. But then the other 10 or so, however many roster spots we want to have, are available for the draft. I mean, it gets really, really complicated, or it can be, I don't want to say dumbed down, but it can stay or maintain quite a big amount of ease to it. However we want to do it. Again, I'll give you my opinion, but I'm one guy. Your opinion is no less than mine, so we'll talk through it. What do you guys say? I think I'm missing some chat here. Red Patriot says, how does it feel to lose to the Chiefs in the playoffs every year? How does it feel? We haven't lost to the Chiefs in the playoffs for 2 years, and how does it feel to not make the playoffs? Got him. Arcade Claus, do you think we're going to re-sign Bosa? Lord, I hope not, unless it's for vet minimum. Was not happy with Bosa. He did well for about 7 weeks. Sampta, I'd trade for Brian Thomas Jr. Ooh, well, they want a lot of money for him over there. Jags aren't going to trade with Travis Hunter, mostly corner. That's true, too. They're pretty much taking him out of the wide receiver room now, aren't they? I mean, I've personally never been wrong, so I love it, Spidey. Oh, I love that stance. Well, I could be wrong, but it's never happened before, so why start today? You know what I mean? Are you wanting to do a redraft league, keeper, or dynasty? Okay, here we go. So this is the questions that we were asking, and Dexy's saying the same stuff. I can explain each if you need. We can give little excerpts on all of them, but I truthfully, and I kind of just went through some of the differences, but there's so much with fantasy football. I would suggest that if you have not played fantasy football ever before, this is nothing, nothing against you, obviously, whatsoever. I would suggest that we might not want this to be your first league. Only because, like I said, there's going to be some shit talking, I would imagine. There is going to be some highlights. There is going to be some lowlights. We are going to talk massive amounts of crap, I hope, because that's the fun part of this whole thing. That said, I would imagine that if someone's never played before, they might not want to play, but hey, just throwing that out there. You know what I mean? I can play in each if you need. They're saying Myers is the number 1 and BTJ is disgruntled. Wow. Who? This is down coming from Jacksonville area? Wow. Snake should always be the draft order. Agreed. Like, yes. Snake or auction. Oh, auction's tough. I think auction's a little tough, Kurganelli. For just the pure funness of this one and no monies, I would personally say Snake. Samptha, Snake. Preston Miller asked if I got the email. Yes, indeed, Preston Miller. You're right here. I'm looking at it. Gotcha, baby. Spidey says, I think I've always done Snake. Last year we did specific defensive players. It was a lot. Hey, usually you don't see, and I don't think in this we should do defensive players either. I think we keep it relatively basic. If you're going to get into $1,000 buy-in, there's 10 grand on the line, maybe pick a couple defensive players. Maybe have it be an auction draft. You know what I mean? But, for this, the sake of this, I just want to keep this lighthearted fun, and let's just talk some shit. You know what I mean? That's me. That's my take. Just me. I'm one vote. Kurganelli says, half PPR is my favorite. It balances running backs and wide receivers. Very good point. Well, I think I might have brought that up as well. So there's another vote for that. I don't disagree with that. I just think that it's a lot more fun when you do have some onus on catches versus basically touchdowns or bust. And it's kind of fun for people to look up at their scoreboard and see 150 points versus, winning 60-42. I don't know, for whatever reason, just kind of nice to see points. You know what I'm saying? Dexy agrees with the half PPR. Okay, so we're two on the half. Wait. Sorry, Preston. It took me a while. Sorry about that. But yeah, I was just late on the chats. But yeah, I got you, bub. I would just do redraft because doing trades in Dynasty and Keeper get weird because you can screw people. Well, that's what I'm saying. And we don't know, how many people are going to play for how many years and all that. You know what I'm saying? Brian says, can you end your live stream right now? No, not right yet. We are actually, I was thinking of wrapping up here in a few minutes, but why? What's the matter, Brian? Are you okay? Everything all right? Schwab says, did you get my email? Schwab, I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, I'm in for fantasy. Yes, I got you. Absolutely. You're good, Schwab. Locked and loaded, Schwab is. Jay Beasy says Texas Rangers are winning the division. Yeah, sure. I can see that for sure. Well, yeah. I mean, they're legit. I'd say the most common way for the first year. Exactly. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Thank you. Oh, you're the best. Thank you. Trek Revere's in the house. What's up, baby? How are you, Trek? I'll give you an example. Puka had that crazy game. Then a game or two later got injured, and I traded Puka before he got hurt and got a huge hool. Well, listen, I mean, that's part of it, though. That's part of it, Dexy. Someone's gonna trade somebody that gets hurt the week after, or draft somebody like a Christian McCaffrey. How many people got burned by Christian McCaffrey throughout his career in fantasy football? Holy shit. We're talking about a top 3 pick, top 5 pick for 8-10 years in a row. He's been healthy like twice. It's an odd 4 p.m. start for the Yankees today. Oh, yeah. Baseball gets all over the place midweek, man. You'll see 1, 2, 3, 4. It gets crazy. And all these leagues now are getting worse and worse. You know what I mean? Yes. Okay. So even more of a reason, like one and done. Like if this happens and somebody gets burned by trading for a Puka Nakua and he gets hurt next week, don't let it hurt him for the next year. Free, fun league. I get you. Yes. But that will happen. This instance will happen. Just everybody, please know. Don't email me or come on here and say, yo, commish, my first round pick got hurt. What can we do? I'm sorry. Hit the free agent portal. Go talk somebody into a trade. Oh, there's another thing. We also have to have some kind of fashion of voting for or vetoing certain trades. Is that going to be up to me, or is that going to be a league vote? A lot of times leagues put fail safes in place so 2 people cannot come, somebody that's 2-7 or 4-8 and by no stretch of the imagination making the playoffs, but he's got a Puka Nakua, can trade Puka to somebody that's on the bubble or that's rolling into the playoffs and trade away, 2 subpar flex guys for Puka Nakua, and there's no freaking way in hell that trade should go through. So there's got to be a stopgap there. Snoopy Sweats. Sweet Sweats, right? Yeah. Okay, real question. Who do we take at number 26 or trade up? And if so, I don't think they're going to trade up at all. I think at 26, if Dylan Thieneman's there, they must take Dylan Thieneman. I think if Dylan Thieneman is not there, they take Caden McDonald. I think if neither one of those, Caden McDonald or Dylan Thieneman, are not there, they trade back to get a either late round, like one of the last first round picks, and a late second, or a early second round and maybe an early third round pick. That's what I would do. I think that the Buffalo Bills will actually be drafting Casey Concepcion. That's what I think the Bills will do. versus what I would want them to do, if that makes sense. Why are you blown away? What's blowing you away there, Sweats? 8U, CJ Allen or Casey Concepcion. Yeah. I wouldn't go Allen first round. I think you get a good wide or a good linebacker second. If they draft back. Most people go with receiver, and like Snoopy Sweats just said, yes, you're right. And that is why I think the Bills will go with receiver this year, because I think that Brandon Beane is to the point where he may be overcompensating for the lack of favoritism towards him for his wide receiver candidates in the past few years. So I think he's going to go berserko with the DJ Moore thing and doubling up in the draft to appease the folk, the mafia. That's what I think. Yeah, my picks are defense. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think you can still get a decent receiver in the third, fourth round. And then I think that you sign your vets back as receiver, and I don't think that's the problem. Are you tracking the wide receiver from Georgia State? He is cold. Ted Hurst, like him. And that's a later guy. These are my point. There's depth in that wide receiver room. I think that's who you're talking, right? Ted Hurst is from Georgia State, I believe. That's who you're talking about. All right, where'd I live out here? I don't like league vote. Fourth round, AU says. Exactly. 4 p.m. start. This was a keep league. So right. Okay, I don't know. We need some type of group chat for that. 100%. We'll get it going. So we'll get the league set up. We'll get people registered well in advance of the draft, and of the season. Therefore, we can talk about rule changes and scoring once we have that. Does that make sense? Is that fair? I think that's probably the best way to do it. I don't like league votes. All trades should go through unless it's obvious collusion and cheating. Don't disagree. I don't. But who makes that determination? What is obvious? We can leave it on me. I clearly have to have the most face the heat because my face is right here talking to everybody. So I have no problem with vetoing something myself. If you want me to be the the say all when something is obvious and or cheating, I can be the one to say no. If you would like, somebody's got to do it though. Is my point. Some way somehow. Sampha's in. Okay. Injuries happen. Adjust it to get people in free. Exactly. Yeah. No insider trading, but I don't care who trades. Okay. Don't do obvious trash trades to help people win. Fair enough. If we're going to trust each other, then I'm in. Hey, Commish, I will give you $5 each on top 10 picks in the league draft. Yeah, right. Venmo. Would you trade into 2 and call it a day? Land top talent, or are the gems found later on? Would I trade into the second round? Yeah. Yeah, depending on what it is, of course. It needs to be multiple picks before pick. It would be multiple picks before 80. Because we have 91. So if you get, 35, 38, and you get 50 or 72 or something like that, then I think that's real talk. Or they might even be throwing in like a second, a fifth, and a something next year, or a second and a third next year, or a second and a second next year, which I like the 2027 draft, but gosh, we need shit right now too. As happy as I am about where we're at, I'm still thinking that we're not done. We can't be done. You know what I mean? Reed Doc never thought he was a starter. Chris Jones of the Chiefs used to abuse Dion Dawkins 2 years ago. I wanted us to draft a first-round left tackle. Wow. I would see it if he's gone, but you can't pay 2, or you can't keep him and bringing in another one with an early round pick is my point. I always use a trade calculator when I do trades for fantasy to see how even it is. Never did lead vote leagues because some people like to stop trades so they can make them themselves. I agree with that too. I do. You can get the majority to vote it down and then play collusion with each other also. Or for the same reason that the people might be making the Fugazi trade, they could stop it for no reason, even though it's completely reasonable. I also agree with that. Probably better off with me being the only one to be able to veto it. I think the smart money is on Buffalo taking wide receiver. Yeah, Concepcion in the first. That's what I agree to. None of these receivers will overtake Palmer Concepcion. I think a lot of them are different than both of them. I think Concepcion has a skill set that neither of those two have. I will say that for sure. I think there's a few of them that have skill set that those boys don't. I think being saying we did not wide receiver last year was because McDermott. That's a certain possibility as well. Trek, absolutely. I say KC long gone. If he's that good, we don't need him. He might be gone. He might not be there. 100%. Also, time zone differences for trade or for draft start time need to. Oh, very, very good point. Because I got screwed in one of my legs. Very good point there, Dexy. We got to talk about that timing of the draft because we're all going to be in different time zones. Beth knows ball. How are you? It's been a while. I hope everything is well by you. Can't stay and chat. Just wanted to say hi. Awesome. Today at school, we're honoring a teacher, Mr. Richard Joya. Are they saying that right? I think so. Whom recently and tragically passed by dressing in Bills gear. Oh, man. Everyone is decked out in red, white, and blue. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that, Beth knows ball. Well, I'll be thinking of Richard Joya. I hope that I said it right. I think I did. Thank you for stopping in. And everybody in chat here, give your thoughts and prayers again to Richard Joya from Beth Knows Ball's school. We appreciate you hanging in. When you do get a moment, Beth, you might be a prime candidate for this. We're going to be starting our Cold Front Buffalo chat fantasy football. So would love for you to play if you would like. But anyway, appreciate you stopping in. I know it's a rough day, so enjoy it. Love what you guys are doing. Must have been a huge Bills fan. We're all thinking of him and you and the rest of the school on a pretty crappy day for everybody. So, yeah, go Bills for sure, and hopefully we see you soon, Beth. Would love to see you play some fantasy football, but we got a lot of time for that. Got a lot of time. Okay, so we did – oh, wait. Yep, that was right. Cold Front pronounced Joya. Okay. Close, but okay. Yes, I want to join fantasy. Okay, well, we'll get you through it. I know you know your football, so it's not that difficult. We'll certainly figure it out. We got a long time. Was telling other people that if they've never played and they're new to the channel or whatever, that might not be the best timing. But I know, Beth, you know your football, so it's very easy for people that understand the game and that have a big, mind for it to kind of ease their way in. And yeah, that's what we're doing. It's a great idea. Again, I thought it was Dexy, but maybe it was somebody else. I forget who it was. Somebody came up with an idea a couple days ago that we should do our own just Cold Front Mafia, basically, in the chat here and do our own thing. So, and Beth, I know I hear her and see her often over on Dan Mitchell's channel. So I know that she knows what she's talking about. But yeah, like I said, everybody give their thoughts and prayers to Richard Joya and Beth Knows Ball's school today, please. The Browns have no O-line, so trade Dawkins. No, Dawkins ain't going anywhere. I got today, and that's all that was. Also, we can make it a must. Everyone come up with creative team names. Example, last year I did Waddle, you doing Step, Burrow, and Neighbors. Think I'm selling dope. Wow. Let me know if you get them. Okay. Waddle, you doing Step, Burrow, and Neighbors. Wee, doggy. It was me. Can football get here already? No kidding. I said it to my wife earlier. I was like, I can't wait for football. She's like, well, just stop. Now, she's a huge Bills fan. Like, this is why this whole channel started. I know a lot of you know this, but family for us. It's one thing that we literally all stop what we're doing and we schedule around it. And no matter what, if people at family, if everybody said, what are you guys doing? It's Sunday during football season. No, Not available. None of us are. All four of us. Bills are playing. Well, Sunday, Saturday, Thursday, sometimes Wednesday now, Monday. Like, it's ridiculous, I know, but we're busy. That's how this whole thing started. Literally. So we were just talking, and same deal. Like, we're big baseball people. Of course, we like our Knicks. The NBA is hard to watch, but we love our Knicks. But there's nothing like football, baby. Dan Mitchell, Mafia Sports Report, Roundtable. I'm all over. Yes, you are, Beth. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're actually going to start doing some stuff with Bill's Roundtable. So super excited about that. Be on the lookout for that, Beth. We're going to do some film review and some videos for those guys. So I can't wait. We just got onboarded with them, and we're going to start banging some stuff out here shortly. Titans are signing quarterback Hendon Hooker. Wait, didn't they just sign wait, was it maybe it wasn't the Titans. Zach Wilson? Where did he go? He just went somewhere, didn't he? 1-year deal. I thought it was the Titans. Maybe I'm wrong. This is why I watch so many sports, because waiting for one to start. Exactly. You got to get into something else also. Beth says, I'm really excited for the season again this year. So many. Oh, Beth, what the Bills have done in the offseason is just exciting the hell out of me. And I think that there's nowhere to go but up. I think the team is better than they were even a month ago. So for that, I'm extremely excited as of this moment. Jay says maybe a sneaky pickup at left guard. I don't think so. With those last two signings, I don't think they go guard. But Dexy thinks they might. How many wide receivers do you see us keeping? 8U says. Well, they're going to have 6 or 7 of them for sure. I Uber drive for a living while schooling. Someone today heard me listening to Dan's podcast, Marino. Wait, Joe Marino. Dan Mitchell or Joe? I think you're talking about Joe Marino. Awesome dude. Both people are great. Joe Marino's super smart. Dan's extremely smart and super cool. I don't know Joe. I know Dan a little bit. Super good dude. Dawkins is a stud, please. Metrics are clear. I agree with you, Jay. Dawkins, he had some bad games this past year. Absolutely. But he's still a high-level left tackle. There's no doubt. Then the writer said, so you listen to the NFL early, huh? I said every day for my guys. Yes, exactly. That's so right. Bean should trade back. His first-round record is very iffy. That's true, Jay. And I think there's somewhat of a possibility for that still. But if I had to be putting money on it as of today, I think that the Buffalo Bills draft Concepcion at number 1. Joe Marino, Trek. Joe Marino. I think Casey won't be there. It'd be holy grail if he was there. I don't know. Appreciate the follow, Snoopy. I don't know. Noel says it was okay. So Dexy was the one that brought it up. All right, yeah, good. Were you fan of old Tecmo Super Bowl? Sure, it was. A long time. I was a little young for that, but yeah, absolutely. Beth says, I'd love to be a guest host for one of the pods. These football streams need some female influence, and I know enough to make Buffalo Bell. Oh, well, shit. I would love to have you on, Beth. We got to make that happen then. Problem is, Beth, don't you work at a school. That'd be difficult unless we do something during the evening, which we might be able to do. If that makes sense. Maybe that could work, but not during the day, right? Guard on day 3 is the answer for me, says Dexy. Yeah, sure. Okay. And then your punter with the 7th round punter. Yeah, not Dan Marino. Joe Marino. Beth says Joe Marino's family grew up in my hometown. I knew a lot of his family as a kid. Wow, okay. He's a smart dude, man. He knows his ball too. Knows his ball, Joe Marino. I mean, as does Dan Mitchell and all those boys over at Roundtable. But Joe Marino is lockstep. Let's make it happen, Cold Front. Yes, I work at a school. Weekends work too. Okay, yeah. I let's make that happen, Beth. There's no way it shouldn't. Beth, I'm gonna do it again for everybody, and Beth especially, because I know she wants in. Just put the email again, Beth. Shoot me an email when you get a moment. Just so I have everybody, including yours as well, for fantasy football. Just give me your information, or just say nothing. Say fantasy football inquiry or whatever, so we can make sure we have the right amount of people, and I don't miss anybody. And we'll see if we have to do 1 or maybe 2 leagues. I don't know, because we already are up to like 10 or 11 people now. So again, you don't want to do more than 12. If we have 15, 16, 18, something like that, we'll just do 2 leagues. And then the other 6 spots or whatever, we'll ask some people to go do the second league as well, if that makes sense. Got to get the OGs in that fantasy football league. Hell yeah, Knowles, you're in, right? I think you sent me. Preston Miller. All right, Kurganelli's in. Chromeo's in from before. Schwab's in. Yep. Bork was the one that told us about the paid league. Jonas is in 100%. He was in from the other day. Absolutely. Then we got some more today. Spidey. Yeah, we're up to almost 10 or 11. I got to count them again, but I think it's 10 or 11. Either way, we got to do 2. We'll do 2. No big deal. Regardless, folks, I love you all. That's going to cut it for me. Got to go take care of some stuff. Sorry about yesterday. I missed you. Business called. I had to get some things done. This is kind of like, what's the dude's name that the producer of Yellowstone? Shit, I forget his name. He says, I make movies to feed my horse habit, meaning I have to make movies in order to make money so I can fulfill my fetish, or what, not in a bad term, but my infatuation with my horse thing. So I have to go to work and do business meetings and make money so I can do what I really want to do, which is pay for all these software nonsenses that I don't even know how to freaking use. Again, the worst digital dude on earth is this guy right here. But I got to go do things so I can still continue to pay for this. Once we get to the point where this pays for itself and for all the bills, then we're cooking with gas. So final time, I love all of you. Please subscribe, follow the channel, send it to everybody you know. I appreciate the support. Our conversations are always phenomenal. We're going to get going with fantasy football, which is going to be fun as shit because I don't think anybody else is doing that, all right? Like, nobody's doing it as far as I know. First ones here. Let's lock and load at 500 subscribers, Jersey. But we need to at least be at 1,000 by the beginning of the season, all right? So I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Love you to death. I'll make sure that you email me if you haven't yet. If you want to play, it's up there. Let me just bang these out. Just emailed you. Awesome, Beth. Thank you. I talked my wife into letting me fly out to Buffalo if we need to do this live. Ow. How about that? Don't get me going, Knowles. Don't get me going. Do I have to rent out some place, or we own real estate? Maybe I can take one of the commercial buildings that might be vacant at the time and just throw some TVs and shit up on the wall and have some brewskis and do a live draft. Woohoo! Do 2 leagues, then a SB league against league. Oh, wow. That would be crazy. That would be crazy, Beth. Little championship, winner versus winner. Dang. Thanks again, Cold Front. Yes, sir, Spidey. Great to see you, man. Have a great day. Go Bills, baby. Cold Front, I know a bit about streaming. I might be able to help you out. Hey, I'll take all the help I can get. Like I said, I know football. I know sports, and I have no problem getting behind a camera and talking and shit like that. Certainly a high energy person, but the mics and the cameras and all this stuff, like, I just want to start making money so I can just hire somebody to do it. I just don't want to do it. I don't even care to learn it. I just wanted somebody to do it for me. I just wanted to go on my rants and talk about the topics that we want to talk about, do some film study, break that down, and that's it. Ran the media club and live stream morning announcements for years at school. Jeez, Beth, you're like a jack of all trades. I'm local. Where are you? You local to Buffalo? I'm in 607. I'm Schuyler County, Watkins Glen area. We're a couple hours east. I'm 2 hours, well, a little bit less than 2 hours east of Orchard Park. Actually, no, of the harbor, which is where I stay at Key Bank. We stay at that Marriott Harbor Center whenever we go up for games. You're in South Buffalo. Okay, so yeah, I know. 2 hours. 2 hours. we're Watkins Glen area. Okay. Love all of you. Appreciate you. If you haven't yet, subscribe and follow. Go Bills, Cold Front. We'll be talking to you soon. Peace out. Fantasy football, baby. Coming on. Dion Dawkins, you got me. Don't ever do that again, Dion. Love you. See ya. Happy